Hello. The innate resonance of the earth and sky informs me that stuff has happened. So what's up? Hey, remember that thing that literally happened in Charlottesville where a bunch of actual Nazis marched through the streets while shouting, "Jews will not replace us," and holding tiki torches? You know that thing that happened that we all watched in high definition? Dang, what a thing that happened. Someone died. Like, what the? Anyway, we got him. Three of them. We have indicted 3 of them. 3 literal Nazis have been indicted for the charges of burning an object with intent to intimidate. Like, that's what we got him for. Damn, that object sure was burnt for intimidation. Nothing else about this is bad. Just don't burn that object. Anyway, just a reminder that literally happened. The FBI continues to not like encryption, and they swear it's because of the kids. The FBI is going to Meta and other organizations and being like, please stop encrypting stuff end to end, because you won't know how much child abuse is happening. Always use kids as your political pawns. So never mind the very rare fact that these companies are trying to make it so that your data is actually invulnerable to attack to some degree. The FBI is just not into it. I wonder why. I wonder what the FBI has to lose if all data is encrypted. It is at this point that the nerd in me must explain the difference between encryption and end-to-end encryption, because it's important. Encryption just means that your data is locked up. Your data has been just like jumbled into nonsense, and the only way to get your data back is to have the key. Most encryption is encryption at rest, which means that your data is sent to someone's servers, and then they encrypt it and store it. But that means that they have the key. They can unencrypt your data whenever they want and can hand that key over to law enforcement. And so, like, yes, if a random hacker just steals their entire database, your stuff is encrypted unless the hacker also got the key. But for all intents and purposes, the encryption doesn't matter. End-to-end encryption means that your data is encrypted on your device before it even goes over the network back to their servers. And it can only be decrypted by authorized people. Typically in a conversation, it would be you and the recipient. But like end-to-end encrypted file storage would be like, imagine Google Drive, but all of your stuff gets encrypted before it goes to their servers, and only you can access the files. It's stored on their servers, but there's no way they can access it. This makes it so that when the FBI comes to them and is like, hey, give us your user data, they can't do that. They literally cannot do that. And so the FBI is like, oh, beans. I hope you enjoyed this technical tangent. Blue check marks, never heard of it. About 20 some odd days after they originally said they would do it, Twitter is finally actually removing blue check marks from legacy verified accounts. So now the only way to get that blue check mark next to your name will be to pay $8 a month if you're a person, or $1,000 a month if you're a business. And if you're a business that needs to verify who your employees are, you have to pay an additional $50 a month per employee for that good check mark. A great way to save money in this situation is to delete the Twitter app and stop using that hell site. It happens to all of us. Sometimes you just poison your doppelganger with a cheesecake. Oh yeah, we're getting a little wacky and wild over here, y'all. Except it's still attempted murder. A Russian-born woman who was living in New York City attempted to murder and steal the identity of her lookalike. She went to her doppelganger's house and was like, hey, I have cheesecake. And the woman was like, oh, thank you for the cheesecake. And then she ate it and then went to the hospital. Upon getting back from the hospital, her IDs were missing, and also some jewelry and other valuables. The cheesecake attacker got 21 years in prison for attempted murder or assault or something for cheesecakery. So this is just a casual reminder to maybe not accept cheesecake gifts from strange women who look like you. Hey, remember when Tumblr got rid of all the adult content and everybody unanimously loved that decision? Well, now image hosting site Imager, yes, that's how it's pronounced, is doing the same thing. Imager will be removing adult content and any uploaded image that is not associated with an account. If you know anything about the history of Imager, that's good. That a lot of images are going to suddenly stop working on the internet. This is probably going to be a disaster for Imager because, adult content, again, is like 50% of what the uploads are, but Imager has already gone from pretty okay image hosts to weird just content dump, just bleh. So I'm not personally too worried about it, but also do they just not learn? Lightning round. A climber in Nepal who fell into a crevasse was found alive 3 days after his fall. The charges against Alec Baldwin on the set of the movie where he shot somebody, they're being dropped. The voice actor for Meowth from the Pokemon franchise is retiring after 25 years, in part due to cancer. All of my homies hate cancer. SpaceX did a test launch of a rocket, and it exploded. It did go up into the sky first, and then it exploded. Citing that they want to be paid for AI model training, Reddit is going to start charging for API access, or more API access stuff, and it might impact third-party apps. So if you use a third-party Reddit app, beware. And finally for today, Google has to pay a man $500,000 because they restored a link to search results that linked to a post claiming he was a pedophile. The link had already been ordered to be taken down, and it's essentially defamation. So, lol. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Stuff Keeps Happening. Head to stuffkeepshappening.online for sources, bonus content, and I'm very hungry. My name is Endeavorance. I'll be back on Monday. Take care and be well.